Representing hard work and talent, I am Sean the Storm Grant, coming to you straight from New York City. Hashtag stormpinball on both Instagram and Twitter. Today we're going to be talking about the rap explosion that's going on in the UK, but it's actually something that's not all that new. Right now, rap music is blowing up from the United Kingdom. Artists like Skepta, Stormzy, and Dave are not only making great music, but are also starting to gain recognition around the world rather than just in their home country. Since I'm guessing that there are many new fans of English rap out there, let me introduce you to some fantastic artists who have helped pave the way for the region's current success. I've heard some of these artists for the first time while doing the research for this article, but the majority of them are ones that I've been listening to since their albums were originally released. So I'm happy to share them with you and take this opportunity to make you aware of some truly fantastic music. I'll briefly give you a background on each artist, and then play at most 4 notable songs by each one. I chose these songs not only because they're historically significant, but also to show the range and evolution of these artists. But on top of that, it's got to be a banger. If I don't like the song personally, I'm not going to have it in this playlist, but it wasn't hard for me to find a lot of songs that I did like. So I'm giving every song on this list my official seal of approval. It makes sense to start this list with Wiley, aka the godfather of grime. His sparse beats were the first examples of the style of music that many UK rappers would rap over. He called his music Esky Beat, and Eskimo and Igloo were the names of 2 of the most popular songs that he initially pressed on white label vinyl and self-released. The song titles referred to the icy cold, minimalist sound that he was pioneering. Later on, the term grime was coined by one of his studio associates, and that's the term that actually stuck. It's important to remember that the term grime doesn't refer to all English rap, but rather the style of backing with dubstep or EDM influences, along with prominent and jarring synth sounds and 2-step or aggressive percussion. Personally, I dislike it when music is divided and then subdivided, and then people argue over whether a song is a true example of each subtype or another. This seems to happen with dance music especially, and since many English rap songs have a heavy EDM influence, it happens to grime as well. To put it short, grime is English rap with a specific style and sound which is pioneered by Wiley and then taken up by many other artists who I'll cover in this piece as well. Many of the vanguard of English rappers who started grime later performed over more mainstream pop beats, which is a lot of what we're seeing now, which led to fans bemoaning the death of grime, just like rap fans in America have mourned the death of real hip-hop. Personally, I believe that artists should be allowed the freedom to change their sound and should always have the ability to evolve. And if you're a true fan, you should encourage them or at least allow them to do so. And also, I don't begrudge an artist from making money either. If you like them, why don't you feel good when they get money? That's how I see it. For Wiley, I chose these 4 songs: What You Call It, On a Level, Wearing My Rolex, and Boasty. The first song, What You Call It, has Wiley rapping over the beat from Igloo, and the video features some very young footage of some artists that would remain in the grime scene to this day. Seems like the perfect way to start, since this is a seminal grime beat. I like the intro where they talk about the different names for the type of music they were making. The genre was being subdivided before it even started, and they probably thought that was as stupid then as I do now. There were some definite racist overtones here as well. The term urban for this type of music has also been used in this country as well. Basically, a stealthily racist blanket term for music made by people of color. It didn't stop there though. Starting in 2005, public performances in clubs required that nightclub promoters fill out something called a Form 696 prior to the show. It was meant to be a risk assessment form to be completed 2 weeks prior to a live show and then handed in to the London Metropolitan Police, but was heavily criticized for the fact that up until 2008, it asked to list the ethnic group expected to make up the crowd. Even after that question was removed from the form, it was still seen as a tool to inhibit and prevent shows made by non-white artists, and therefore especially targeted grime. It was finally scrapped in November of 2017 by London Mayor Sadiq Khan. However, London's nightlife is still very uninclusive as far as who gets into the top nightclubs and how much they have to spend to do so. Song number 2, On a Level, is the first song from Wiley's 10th album. released in 2014 entitled Snakes and Ladders, and that was produced by Skepta. You'll see a lot of grime royalty in this video, including Giggs and Stormzy. I like this song's pace, it's concise and catchy, and it was Skepta guiding Wiley back to his original pioneering sound, starting off with a sample from the track The Morgue, which is one of Wiley's early white label releases. You can find a lot of Wiley's white labels on YouTube. If you want to hear the earliest Esky Beat grime songs, that would be a great place to look. It would help you understand exactly why Wiley is known as the godfather of grime and what pure grime sounds like. Wiley was successful with songs featuring grime beats, EDM beats, and more pop rap beats as well. So I want to show examples of all those. So song number 3 is Wearing My Rolex, and that's been Wiley's most commercially successful song to this point, reaching number 2 on the UK singles chart and number 1 on the UK dance chart. The song that kept him out of the number 1 spot for the UK single was 4 Minutes by Madonna, Justin Timberlake, and Timberlake. The other way around, Justin Timberlake and Timberlake. It features a sample of What Would We Do by DSK. I checked that song out and it didn't age well. Basically, the English version of the CNC Music Factory with the same style and instrumentation. They took the vocal from there and laid it over a dance track with a sparse grime synth, and the results are high energy and electric. I chose this version over the recently released remix because I like the beat, the production, and the video much better. Wiley does not appear in the video because he was stabbed in the face days before the shooting of it. He apparently has a habit of not promoting his releases or attending all of his shoots. He's not in the video for Boasty either, which is the last one I chose. Boasty was released just a year ago, but it already has 95 million views. The video is well shot, the song is catchy, and anytime I get a chance to hear Sean Paul do his thing, I'm in. Also shout out to Idris Elba, who more than holds his own here, and even writes his own lyrics. No ghosty. Enjoy these videos, and then I'll be back to talk about our next grime legend, Dizzy Rascal.